You wake up early. You work hard. You plan. You stay disciplined. You're doing everything right, or at least that's what everyone told you to do. But still, nothing's moving. The promotion hasn't come. The numbers aren't changing. The dream still feels distant. And at night, when the world gets quiet, you start asking yourself the question that eats away at millions of people every single day. Why am I doing all the right things and still not winning? If you've ever felt stuck despite giving it your all, hit that like button and join this channel, because we're about to break the mindset that's been holding you back for years. There's a moment in every ambitious person's life when effort stops translating into progress. You do everything by the book. You show up early, you stay late, you follow every rule, but it's like running on a treadmill. You're sweating, moving, pushing, but staying exactly where you started. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's your business, maybe it's your self-growth journey. You're not lazy, you're not ungrateful, you're just tired of the grind not paying off. And that's when the doubt creeps in. Maybe you're not meant for this, maybe the world just doesn't see your value, maybe you're missing something invisible that everyone else seems to have. But the truth is simpler. You're not broken, you're not unlucky, you're just stuck in the illusion of progress. Take two people. Both show up early. Both put in the hours. Both say they want success. One stays in the same place for years, repeating the same actions, expecting new results. The other starts breaking patterns, asking better questions, tweaking strategy, learning faster than he fails. The first person is focused on effort. The second is focused on effectiveness. One is trapped in motion. The other is chasing progress. The difference between doing the right things and winning is simple. The winners measure, adjust, evolve. Here's what's really happening. Your brain loves certainty. Effort feels safe because it's measurable. You can say, I worked hard today and feel good about it. That's dopamine, but effort isn't always growth. It's just motion. You can run 1,000 miles in the wrong direction and still end up lost. The mind tricks you into thinking that being busy equals being successful. Psychologists call this the effort bias, the false belief that the harder something feels, the more valuable it must be. But that's a lie. It's not about how much you do, it's about how much you learn, how much you adapt, and how fast you correct. Because the truth is, hard work is useless if it's not directed at the right target. Let's be honest. We've all been there. You put in the work and nothing changes. You feel invisible. You start questioning your worth. But the pain of not seeing results isn't a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you've outgrown your current method. You're still following the playbook from an older version of you. And that's why it's not working anymore. The same habits that once got you ahead are now the very things holding you back. Growth demands evolution. What got you here won't get you there. Think of it like the gym. When you start lifting weights, your body grows fast because the challenge is new. But over time, those same weights stop building new muscle. You hit a plateau. Not because you're lazy, but because you're adapted. The only way forward is to increase the resistance. Life works the same way. Once your system adjusts to a certain level of discipline, the next step isn't doing more of the same. It's doing something smarter, something harder, something that demands a higher version of you. You don't break plateaus by working harder, you break them by working differently. Neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire, works only when you expose it to new challenges. When you stay in the same loop, your brain gets efficient, not expansive. It saves energy by automating patterns. That's why comfort feels productive. Your mind gets better at the familiar, even if it's not taking you anywhere. The only way to reprogram it is through disruption. Learning, stretching, getting uncomfortable on purpose. That's where real growth happens, not in repetition, but in reinvention. You might not see the results yet, because the foundation is still forming. Every late night, every setback, every small step that feels invisible is quietly building something you can't see yet. The roots always grow underground before the tree breaks through the surface, so don't mistake silence for failure. The universe rewards the ones who keep building, even when no one claps. But remember, at some point, effort must evolve into execution. Discipline must become direction. Hustle must turn into mastery, because if all you're doing is doing, you're not growing. You're repeating. There's a story about a content creator who uploaded videos every single week for 3 years. No views, no traction, no growth. Everyone told him to quit. Then one day, he stopped asking, "Why am I not winning?" and started asking, "What am I missing?" He studied his analytics, his audience, his delivery. He realized he wasn't failing, he was just not adapting. Within months, his entire channel exploded. He didn't work harder, he worked better. Progress is a science. It follows what's called the feedback loop. Act, measure, adjust, repeat. It's how athletes improve, how businesses grow, how the brain learns. If you're doing everything right but not improving, it's because you've stopped measuring your actions. You're repeating what's familiar instead of refining what's effective. Data is the mirror. Reflection is the coach. And pain is the reminder that something needs to change. The world doesn't reward effort. It rewards evolution. So instead of asking, "Why isn't it working?" ask, "What needs to change?" Instead of saying, "I'm doing everything right," ask, "Am I doing the right things right enough?" Every new level of life demands a new version of you, a new mindset, a new focus, and a new strategy. Because the truth is, success isn't about working harder, it's about working wiser. You've done enough of the right things. Now it's time to do the next things. Stop chasing perfection and start chasing adaptation. Don't let discipline turn into a cage. Don't let hard work blind you from better work. The people who rise aren't always the strongest. They're the ones who learned how to pivot when others refused to change. You've got everything it takes. You just need to let go of who you were to become who you're meant to be. Because you're not losing. You're upgrading, you're evolving, you're recalibrating for the next level. And when it all finally clicks, when your work starts aligning with wisdom, you won't just win. You'll wonder why you ever doubted yourself. Keep building, keep adjusting, keep learning. You're not behind, you're just being refined.